All right, another season is upon us, so I figured I got the 250 back together. I'm thinking let's do an oil change, but let's document it so the guys that have a newer generation 250, they would understand and know how to do it, right? So we're gonna get the 250 on its side. We're gonna take the skid plate off and drain the oil out of it. I went to my local dealership and picked up some oil and an oil filter. The manual also recommends to change the oil filter cap gasket, the O-ring. So I'm gonna do that as well because sometimes it does tear. So we're gonna do that. Other than that, it's pretty simple. It takes 1.3 liters, I believe. So one bottle, one small bottle is 1 liter. So how to get two? Anyways, let's get started here. So let's okay. So I'm just gonna leave this on its side, and the skid plate is 2 8mm bolts underneath. Here, I don't want this. Let's grab the stand. All right. As you can see underneath, there's just 2 bolts here connected to the frame. Done that one too many times. Okay. While that's draining, we're going to look underneath here at the drain bolt. There's always a copper washer, right? Look for any metal filings on top. So this is fairly clean, so nothing much to wipe away. You're supposed to reuse or replace these copper washers, but we're just going to throw it back on like that. Leave it like that, right? Okay, so since it is, I think from the CRF250s and up, there is an oil filter. So like I mentioned, on the side here, right here, there's 2 8mm bolts. We're going to crack them. While we're at it, we'll, the fill port here, we'll take this screw out. Get that out completely. Let's also grab, this is also going to make a mess. There's a bit of oil that comes out of, I'm looking around, it comes out of the oil, the port there for the oil filter. So, you know what, let's just go for it. And we make a mess, right? So this is spring loaded, this cap, so I push it in so I don't screw around with the bolts. But I'll go like this. I always check, no matter what I do, if there's 2 bolts coming out of the same spot, if they're the same size, and just from prior knowledge, I know they are, but always check that. It should lightly come out, yeah. It's gonna leak here. It's gonna leak. We're making a mess. Okay. What I do is I save this oil filter. I will cut this up later to see if there's any copper flakes. I'll leave that in there. This spring will also come out. And now let's just kind of clean up time because I was impatient. So in the meantime, while that's pouring out, I figured let's just do an overview of what I got to deal with here. So what I did so far. Stripped it all the way down. Brand new chain, gold chain, rear sprocket. re-greased everything, went through it all type thing. New tires, front and rear. MX54s, I believe, front and rear. And I gotta order a set of grips and a few other things, but. All right, so in the meantime, I'm gonna lightly clean this cap here. Like I said, I got a new O-ring, so I'm gonna grab a small little pick or something with a flat edge that I can grab underneath here. Waterproof grease. Just a little bit. Like I'm talking like, just like that much. And I'm just gonna just get it a little bit slippery. Just so it doesn't have any, you know, idea to tear or rip going on the casting there. Put a little bit more. All right, perfect. Grab our piece here. We're just gonna like that. All right, so we're gonna throw the oil filter in the in that spot here. So I threw a little bit of oil on the O-ring here. We're just gonna slide this on. Now on this side, the spring goes in, and it actually says, if you look carefully, this side and spring. So, meaning that side goes into the case. So we're gonna throw this in like this. We're just gonna grab a bit more oil here and throw it on this here. Perfect. There you go, the oil filter's installed now. And clean the fill port here. All right. Just for now, so nothing gets inside the engine. It's fairly highly unlikely anything will, but I just throw this back on until it's time to fill again. There you go. Okay. I think we're pretty much good down here. Let's just wipe anything off. Perfect. Grab this tray out of here. Okay, so I want to torque it down. It's like 16 Newton meters, roughly like 11 something foot-pounds. I'm gonna go up to 12. I already pretty much tightened it by hand. I just want to double check it. So let's throw it on here. Yeah, and we're good. Once you hear the click, don't go any more, don't go any less. It's perfect the way it is. Actually, in the meantime, let's throw the skid plate back on so we don't have to go back underneath here after. So let's put this back here like this. Grab the skid plate, grab the two 8mm bolts. They should be around here. And the T-bar should be there too. So this tab goes in like that, and this should just pop in like that. Let's load up the oil now, right? Let's start with that. Put that down there. Make sure my funnel's clean. It's clean. Put that back. Perfect. Just some key points before we continue. Before you get started with this entire process, just for, you know, to understand what's going on, there's only one drain bolt underneath the cases. There's only one fill port. There's only one oil filter cover. There's a spring, an O-ring for that cover. Because I know there are certain models, not about the filter part, but there are certain models like the 2010 Hondas where The transmission oil and the engine oil are separate. This engine is all one. It's all in one, right? So just keep an eye on that. Think about it, refer to your service manual, and go from there. But otherwise, the process is still pretty much the same. All right, so I got the oil here, got a liter of it. I like to throw in the mixing cup just to be more accurate. Let's just fill up the good old bike here. I put the first 1 liter of oil in the engine. It's pretty much all set. We're going to start the bike now. Start it for roughly 30 seconds, just to get the oil circling a little bit to get a proper, accurate measurement. Once we do that, we can check it and then add more if needed. The manual does say 1.35 liters, so we should probably base it off that. But we're going to first start by doing this. Okay, so now we just checked it. It's on the low side, so we're gonna add 300 mil and go from there. I think 300 mil will be fine. It's recommended spec anyways. So we'll drop that in. We'll run the bike for a few minutes. Well, first we'll do 30 seconds, shut it down, check it. If it's good, we'll run it for a couple of minutes, get the engine all circulated with all the oil there, and that's it. We are ready to go. So let's try that right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Not bad. Start it up. We'll just show the eye here, which it's a little bit over the line, which is fine. Which that's down right in here. Right, so yeah, so we're good other than that. All right, so we're going to basically pack it up. It's pretty much all ready to go. The next time I do a video, it should be on the 125 over here, with the top end video. We're gonna do another top end on it. It's roughly at 60 hours now, so we're gonna do another one. But if it's either that or we're gonna probably head out to the track. Next couple of weeks we'll be at the track, getting that all going, getting up and going with that, and we'll bring the 250 out, and we'll keep the 125 behind in that case. But we are ready to go. It's time. So thanks you for watching, and see you soon.